Welcome back to Ask Lakshmi YouTube channel. In this video, we'll see how a project and site differs and in which scenarios we should use a project concept or in which scenario we should use site concept. Let's get into the discussion. So now I have a Tableau server installed. I'm going to log in into that. So when I click on the explore on the left hand side, you can see different projects are segregated. So there is a HR project, there is a sales project. Also, there are default project as well as samples we have in here. So if there is a requirement, we want to segregate different dashboards or different data sources into different categories. You can achieve the same thing by projects. So each project will consider its own related objects. Let's say your HR project will consist of the dashboards and data sources that are related to HR department. Also, your sales will contain the objects that are related to sales department itself. So in this way, you can segregate your content in a project level. So each project will contain in its own objects itself. Then what is the need of going to a site? So what is a site or what is a project? So project, as you can see, in generic terms, we can call it as a folder. In Tableau terms, we call this folder as a project. So this project will contain, as I said, it will contain workbooks, data sources, or different group permissions in the sense who can see what kind of objects. Let's say under the Tableau samples, I have multiple workbooks, right? Who should see what kind of workbooks? So all of these permissions I can define on a project level. But let's see, I have different customers who will be using my Tableau server. Okay, so one of them is like KFC and another is like Pizza Hut. So these two are the clients that I have and they're going to use my Tableau platform. And as per the security policy, I don't want them to see one objects by other. Or maybe the security policy says their content shouldn't be residing side by side. Then the site concept will come into the picture. So what is a site? So site, again, it's a collection of different projects, as well as we can define the licenses, how many licenses one site should be using. Also, we can define who should be being as an administrator onto that site. So all of these things that we can decide on a site level. So site is a logical layer in Tableau. So as we know, Tableau supports this multi-tenancy, which can be defined with a site as an example. Okay, so I'm going to create a site. I'm going to settings. Here you can see when I click on add site, I do not have any site. So I'm on the default site only. But I can create a separate site by clicking on add a site, KFC. I'm creating this for KFC. So now you can see when I create a site, I can do different options. I can set up different options to that specific site level. Let's say my total server disk space is 100 GB, but I want my KFC site should be used only maybe 5 GB. I can limit that storage limit with a site, but when it comes to a project, I cannot define HR should be using 5 GB and finance should be using 10 GB. I cannot do that kind of storage management with projects, having different projects. Also, I can say who should be managing the users. I can set that also on the setup, the site level as well. Also, the emails, right? Let's say under the same site, which is a single site, I have two different projects, okay, finance and as well as HR. So let's assume some of the people are using subscribe functionality. So what is a subscribe functionality? Subscribe functionality is nothing but one can subscribe to different dashboards or views, which means they can get alerts. They can get those dashboards as an attachments to their email based on a frequent schedule. Let's say we have a sales manager who wants a sales report for so and so region by so and so time. Every day morning, I need a sales report by uh, according to some region. So those kind of subscriptions we can set on Tableau server. But when I set that subscription, what is the from email address from where the email should be going? So that we can define on the site level, but not on the project level, which means if I have my finance and HR under the same site, which is a single site, so they will receive the email. It doesn't matter whether the user or the business user or the consumer belongs to HR department or finance department, the from address will be same. But that is okay if the departments are from the same client or if the departments are from the same organization. But what if the departments are from different organizations? As I said, in this example we took KFC, so here I can say it, maybe KFC analytics at kfc.com. Okay, so in this way I can set the email address from in a sites when I have a different sites. So in this pattern, we have many more other settings that we can set up on a site level, but not on a different projects level. So this is the advantage of having different sites rather than different projects based on the use cases. All based on different projects. So here you can see I'm coming back to the same view. I have different departments, but all these are from same organization. So it is fine to have a single send email address. Also, when I can do the content categorization even under the folders. Let's say under HR, I have further segregations. Okay, I can create HR daily reports. Okay, so also I can have maybe HR weekly reports. So in this way, I can have projects under projects, nothing but folders under folders also. So even that is also possible. But as I said, again, this is all comes under same site. So even though we can categorize the content in a more segregated way, more organized way just by using projects, but if there is a security requirement or if there is an auditing requirement that requires entire content should be isolated from one place to another place, because this is not an isolation, right? So you can still define, let's say I want some group, I want some group. When I go to permissions, I want this HR group should be viewing. Maybe I don't want that group to view. So likewise, I can set up the permissions, but the content is not completely isolated. The content is residing side by side, but when we set up the security, we set up the security in such a way that the projects shouldn't be visible from one user to other user. But as I said, the content is not isolated. But with the help of sites, which is a logical layer, we can do the complete isolation. You can see uh, how. So when I switch from default site to KFC site, I can see none of the content that is available on the other side is visible from here. So how can I set up the same thing? How can I give the users permissions? I'll quickly create a user from manage all sites option so that you will see more options there. So let's say I have a user who's a KFC user. I'll give username as KFC user. Okay, so I'll give his password. So email is optional. So here I'll define what site he should be accessing. I'll say KFC. So this is fine, leave it. So I'll say add user. So user is being added to only the KFC site, not to the default site, right? Lakshmi user is a server administrator. That is the reason I'm able to see all of the sites on my left hand side. But now let's suppose I'm signing out and I'll sign back in with the KFC user. So what is the site this KFC user has got access to? The KFC site. So when I click sign in, he will directly be landed on the, you can see here. So he can directly be logged into the KFC site. Also, when I go to explore, so I don't see any other projects which are part of the default site, because this person has been, he or she has been given access to only the KFC site, but not the other site. As I said, just because I was having as a Lakshmi, as a server administrator, I was getting the option to switch between the sites. Okay, so this is a complete logical layer within the Tableau server, which you can call multi-tenancy also, which offers the complete security, complete auditing compliant, wherein you can have different clients data into different segregations. But if you have departments under the same organization, then you can go with the projects kind of thing. Okay, so now, as I said, Lakshmi is a super user, which is a server administrator. That's the reason I have got access to both the sites. And on the login, it will ask me to jump into one of the sites. Okay, so now this is the whatever we have discussed so far is the advantages of having sites. But what is the disadvantages of having sites? Okay, so what are the disadvantages? Let's go back to the default one. Moving to explore. Under Tableau samples, I can have multiple dashboards in here, multiple workbooks also. So there is a requirement for me to move this regional dashboard, move out from this Tableau samples to maybe some other site. Let's see if we can do that. Move. So when I select move, what is the maximum route that I can get to site? So in one way, it is good because you cannot move the content across the sites. But in another way, if I want to move the content across the site, what I have to do, I have to download this workbook and I have to republish the same into other site. So there is no option simply moving it across. But if I want to move this Tableau samples regional dashboard to some sales, let's say, until unless the projects are under same site, I can simply move them across, right? So it is in the sales. Also, there is another option. My content is segregated across different projects, and as a some of the key business users, maybe C-level guys or the managers, they would like to access the content just by searching, right? So let's search based on the region. So you can see the workbooks as well as the views under that workbook with the search. So this search works across different projects but not across different sites. So if you want to search content that belongs to the other site, you have to go to that site and search from there. So the search is restricted. So imagine a CEO or CFO kind of guy who has access to different sites. So it would be a bit difficult for him to manage his search because the site will not work. The search will not work across the sites. So that is another disadvantage of having multiple sites. So these are the different things or different comparisons that we can do. So again, on the site we have disadvantages, and also the project also we have disadvantages, and vice versa we have advantages on both. So depends on what your use case is. You have to plan your security structure in such a way that it is compliant to what your requirement is. Let's say, so now as I said, both have its own disadvantages and advantages also. So again, so you can have projects under projects under projects under products, which is the nested project concept. Also you can have the user segregation. As I said, you can give the permissions in such a way that one shouldn't be seeing the content onto the other one. Also that is also possible with the projects itself. But if you want to limit number of users, that you cannot do with the projects. Also if you want to limit, if you want to change the sender email address or maybe storage, those things are not possible with the projects. So those are the major differences. So you can go to my blog, which is asklakshmi.com, so in which I have given a bit more in detail key differences between sites and project. So you can go to there and you can search as well. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please keep those in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.